Welcome back to Man Versus Slug. This week it has rained most of the week. It might be glorious now, but yeah, it's just rained. And as a result, it really felt like battle has begun against the slugs.
Man versus Slug.
One of the runner beans that we planted earlier started to sprout, so that's looking good. And we've got a few runner beans still growing, but most of them are still looking battered. I have planted the runner beans in the greenhouse, but a big shout out to my mate Alex, who had a pot of runner beans going spare. We've actually got 4 plants in here. I'm not going to break them up because I don't want to damage their roots. I'm just going to put that pot in here, and then we will stretch out any of the runner beans that make it between the various bamboo canes. Look at that nice pool of roots as well. With a bit of luck, we should get some runner beans this year. Alex also had a few chard going spare, so we've got this small space here where the sheep's been sat, and put them down in here. I think I might try and break these up because they are very close together. See how many of those survive the slugs. Being daytime, there are probably less slugs out, but we're not without any. Oh man, that's a huge one. That must be there, 10-15 centimeters long when it was stretched out. Oh. Most concerned about those poor runner beans. Oh, another slug. Another slug. Another slug. Another slug. Slug. There's the runner bean casing. I think I saw one in between the radishes here. There we go. If you're wondering where I'm chucking these slugs, the house next door to ours is currently unoccupied and the garden is turning into a jungle. So I figure they need some slugs to keep it under control. Whoever they are, because there's nobody there to feed them. Yeah, anyway, that's where they're going, next door. But hopefully I'm not upsetting neighbours, because there aren't any neighbours. Oh, that's disgustingly wet today. Well, if outside it's felt like battle, and the slugs have been eating everything, maybe I'm having more success inside the greenhouse. Well, I just don't feel like it. I mean, things are still alive. They've not been eaten, but they just don't seem to be growing. I don't know what it is this year. Last year, you know, the tomatoes were shooting up. I had some decent things I could plant into the ground. This year, you know, since coming out into the greenhouse, even the ones inside actually, they just don't seem to be growing. And I've no idea why. I mean, maybe it's the compost I bought is just rubbish. It's got no nutrients or something. Or maybe it's because it's been raining and it's just not quite as light, but it feels like in here where there's warmth, etc., they should be thriving. At least they're not dying, but it would just be nice if they grew a little bit more. It's fair to say I've been quite negative this week. With all the rain, with all the slugs, etc., you know, that top raised bed's been savaged. I kind of haven't been paying attention to this bottom raised bed, but I mean, look at it, it's doing great. I mean, down the front here, we've got all the onions. I mean, certainly above ground, they're looking really like lively. Hopefully, they're getting the bulbs underground bigger. It's hard to tell at this stage, but yeah, they look great. And then we've got the broad beans. They're all in flower. They're looking beautiful as ever. So hopefully we're going to get a huge crop of broad beans this year. And then at the back here, all these potatoes, I mean, it's looking like an absolute jungle. Again, don't really know what's happening under the ground, but you know, if anything to go by off the foliage, hopefully we'll get a decent crop of potatoes. So yeah, where I've been struggling in the greenhouse with things not apparently growing, in the top raised bed with things getting eaten, at least this bottom raised bed, I mean, it is looking fantastic. And hopefully we should, oh no, oh, black fly. I guess I'll have to deal with that next week. See you again on Man Versus Slug.